guys, thanks for joining me tonight. Tonight I want to do something a little bit different. I'm going to show you my weekly grocery haul, what I buy for a week for me and my husband, and I'm going to let you know what it costs. But before I do, I wanted to tell you something odd that happened while I was in the grocery store. I was, standing in line, getting ready to check out, and just minding my own business. I was by myself, wasn't really paying attention, and all of a sudden I heard the word carnivore. I'm like, what? Who's talking? So I'm trying to listen, and I realized it was the lady in line ahead of me. She was at the register. She was probably in her 30s. She was a young mom. She had her couple kids with her or whatnot, but she looked angry. And I'm really trying to eavesdrop, but they got that music playing and people are talking. I couldn't really hear everything, but I could get the gist of the conversation. She was saying something about carnivore is a cult. And to mark her words, we're going to be seeing a rise in heart disease in the next few years and yada, yada, yada. So I'm just looking at her like, I was glad that I wasn't directly behind her because all she had to do was look in my cart and she would have realized I was doing carnivore. So anyway, I'm looking at her cart and what she has on the conveyor belt, and Lord have mercy, she had potato chips and cookies and sweetened cereals and fruit punch and a case of soda, a Coke or something, and it was just ridiculous. But I thought, yeah, it's the carnivores that are going to worry about having heart disease or whatnot. And I mean, when I was her age and I had three kids to feed, I get it. You've got 3 mouths to feed. Groceries are expensive. You have to buy what you can afford, and unfortunately, bad foods are more affordable than good foods. And it was sad, really, to see it. And I thought, yep, that was me probably, well, 30 years ago, maybe even more. 40 years ago. I'm 63, so yeah, it was a while ago. But I felt bad for her because she was so angry. It was like, why are you so angry? Who are you yelling at? Did somebody tell her that she should try it? I just don't understand. But I've seen this before. I've seen it, on social media. People have written the same thing. So, you know what? If carnivore is a cult, sign me up. Because you know what? Since I've been doing carnivore, I have been losing weight. I have lost all my inflammation, all my pain. I had a lot of pain. I'm sleeping better. I have way more energy. I don't have the leaky eye syndrome anymore. I don't snore. I don't have gas and bloating. I'm not just like farting for no reason all the time now. I have, oh, I don't have bleeding gums anymore. I forgot about that one. And, I did. I had trouble with that. That's gone. Just, there's so many things I could tell you. It just goes on and on. Dry skin and all that. And you know what? Nobody's asking me for money. I don't have to wear any weird, funky robes. And I don't have to hang out with a bunch of people I don't like. Everybody in the carnivore community that's in this cult, they've all been absolutely amazing, absolutely wonderful. Nobody's asked me to do anything weird or strange. Everybody's been supportive. If that's a cult, that's my kind of cult. I'm all in, and I'm feeling better than I've ever felt before. So, if that lady thinks that carnivore is a cult, she needs to join because she looked very unhappy. She was very unhealthy, and she could use a little guidance. So don't knock it until you try it, people. Obviously, they don't know what the word cult means, but I get what they're saying. I'm going to show you what I do buy, and I'm looking at it right here on my counter. I'll have to take a photo of just what's on my counter. I think I spent roughly, this is like $112, I think I have here. I spent more because I bought some other things that weren't, for this week. But this is just for 1 week for me and my husband. And I'll start off with the meats. I bought some porterhouse steaks, 2 steaks, $22. And sometimes I can, make 2 meals out of this because, these steaks are pretty big. So for me, this could be 2 meals. I also bought just one single steak, and it was like 10 something because I'm going camping this weekend. I'm going to a music festival, so I'm bringing some food along. So I bought this steak also for me to take. And then I got this tri-tip roast, and this was 21 bucks. Remember when roast used to be cheap? It was a cheap thing. You could throw it in the crock pot and feed your whole family. But anyway, like, we cook this and we can be, snacking on this all week long. It'll make a dinner, and then with the leftovers, we slice them thin, and then, eat them for lunch or a snack or whatever. So this will last us. And then hamburger patties. I think these were on sale for $14.99, I think, something like that. So, 12, there's, 6 each. So we can have hamburger patties and with eggs or whatnot. And then I actually got just a small thing of ground turkey. And the reason I did that is because I really don't like ground hamburger. I just don't know if it's the texture or what. I've always preferred ground turkey. I know it's better to eat red meat, but it's still meat. It's okay to eat chicken and turkey too, as long as you're eating, red meat along with it. So I bought this. I like eating. I can eat this easily. So, and a pound of it. This is good for both me and my husband. And you can throw eggs with this. Throw eggs in with it and cook it up. It makes a nice meal. Or I just like to throw a little bit of cheddar cheese on top of it, and yeah, it's good to go. Sometimes maybe like a tablespoon of salsa. Don't tell anybody. But yeah, that. And then I got some bacon. I got 2 packages of bacon, and this is something that I eat every day. Yeah, I live on bacon. I think that's the thing I eat the most of. I'll eat it for breakfast. I'll eat it for a snack. If I'm hungry, I'll even eat some before I go to bed. If I'm still not full, I'll eat it along with my steak. So I eat a lot of bacon. So 2 packages of bacon, and I'm pretty much the only one that's going to eat those. My husband doesn't really eat a lot of bacon. Maybe like Saturday morning he might have some. So I got those. I got the large cage-free eggs, an 18 pack. I don't remember how much these were. I want to say they were like $4 or $5. I threw my receipt out. I wasn't even thinking. But so, yeah, I've got those eggs. Boil them, fry them, scramble them. You can have breakfast, lunch, dinner. Butter. I got butter, the salted butter. We used to buy the unsalted. I don't know why. It tastes terrible. I always preferred the salted butter. So I got this, and it's just cream, milk, salt. So I wanted to get the Irish butter because I've been hearing about that. It's supposed to be really good, but it's like twice the price of regular butter. I thought, maybe not. And then I had to switch from my artificially sweetened coffee creamer to just heavy cream. I was using both. I used just like a couple tablespoons of the sweetened stuff just to give it flavor, and then a little bit more cream. Well, now I'm just using the cream, nothing else. Oh, well, I take that back. I do use liquid stevia now. I found out that stevia doesn't raise your blood sugar. It doesn't cause you to produce insulin. It's okay. It's the sucralose you got to watch out for, and that's what was in the coffee creamers that I was using. So that's why I had to cut them out. And as soon as I cut them out, I broke a plateau that I'd been on for quite a while. So I'm inclined to believe it was the sucralose. So I'm done with that. And I was thinking it was okay to use sucralose because I had used aspartame years before, and I had some issues with that. I got aspartame poisoning, so I thought aspartame was the devil. I was not going to use anything with aspartame. And it turns out that aspartame doesn't raise your blood sugar like sucralose does. Sucralose is far worse, but I don't know if people can overindulge in sucralose like they can with aspartame. I was using aspartame morning, noon, and night. I was using it in my coffee creamer. I was using it in the diet drinks that I was having. It was in the Jello. I was having it unsweetened Jello. Everything was unsweetened, but it still had sucralose in it. So and because I was a sugar addict, I was eating a lot everything, ice creams, and I was eating all the same foods basically, but instead of sugar, I was using aspartame, and it made me sick. I got sick. I thought my blood pressure was up. I had ringing in my ears, a pressure headache I could not get rid of. It lasted for almost like 3 or 4 days. It took me a while to get it out of my system. It was miserable. So I'm really afraid of aspartame. So even though it doesn't raise your blood sugar, I think maybe, other people could use it in moderation. They might be fine, but I'm afraid of it. So I don't want to use it at all. But, and I'm not using sucralose because I know that it's going to help me produce insulin, and I don't want to do that. So I'm down to stevia. I heard of allulose and monk fruit. So I need to look into those. Right now I have the stevia drops. It says pure stevia. Well, it turns out it's not. It had some artificial flavors. Don't know what those are. And it had this other weird ingredient. Let's see if I got it right here. I saw it on the website, but oh, good God, if it's on here, I'm not going to be able to read it. Oh my God. Yeah, it's got something weird in here. I'll find it out, and I'll write it up here so you can see. But yeah, it was some weird thing that I'd never even heard of. So, they put that in here, but I thought it was just, plain stevia. And it doesn't seem to be affecting me as far as losing weight. I'm still losing weight. As a matter of fact, I dropped another 3 pounds after I switched to this. So as far as that goes, I think it's good. It's not, causing my blood sugar to spike or anything like that, which is important. So, but still I can do better. There's other brands of stevia that don't have any other junk in it. And that was the whole purpose of buying the liquid drops, because the powdered ones do have a lot of fillers and a lot of weird stuff. So, I just don't want to have to deal with that. So anyway, and this was cheap. This was like $4 and something off of Amazon, and it's going to last a long time because you just use a couple drops. This stuff is great. I'm really happy with that. Okay, that, and then I got some sardines. These are good for lunches or snacks. The one packed in mustard sauce is really good. Like I said in my previous video, when I tried to do the sardine challenge, I couldn't do that. It was hard, but I could, incorporate this into my diet now, and I would use this once a day. I could eat a can of it, for like a lunch or something. I just couldn't eat just sardines 3 times a day. That was too much. I couldn't do it, but I got one packed in water, and then this one also I think is in water. And the reason being is they only had sardines that were packed in soybean oil, which we try to avoid. And I couldn't find the other kind. So, but these were good. These were great. So I got 2 cans of those. And then I got beef jerky. I got a couple packages of beef jerky. And these are good for snacks. They're good for me, I take them for lunch. I'll have beef jerky for lunch. And they only have 4 grams of carb. And not that we're counting carbs, but I do because I'm insulin resistant, and I have to keep my carbs really low if I want to lose weight. I've learned that from doing the Atkins diet years ago. So I do count carbs. Most people probably don't, but I have PCOS, and if I eat, I have to keep it basically under 15, even 20. Really slows things down. But yeah, so if I had one of these a day, I'm good. And that's basically what I've been doing. I'll take that. It's easy for me to take for lunch. And then another snack, and I've already gotten into these, is the pork rinds. And pork rinds it's just fried pork skins and salt. That's it. And these are great. I really enjoy. They give you that crunchy, salty thing, because I was a popcorn addict. I liked having popcorn, especially on the weekends when you're watching a movie with the family. So this has been great to have. And sometimes I even put a little bit of cheese on them and make pork rind nachos, which are really yummy. And then if I really want to splurge, I can put some avocado on it, and I'm in heaven. This is really good. So yeah, I think that's it. This is all that I got. Oh, and then I got some raspberry tea. Now, because I'm going to be going to that music festival, I wanted to have something to drink besides water. And I was going to buy raspberry unsweetened tea. What I couldn't find any for one, they were out of it. Plus, it was rather expensive, and I thought I can buy this, make my own tea, and then sweeten it with stevia, and put it in my water bottle. So yeah, that's going to give me something to drink. So yeah, that was it. That's what I bought, and it came to about $112, and it could easily fit into 2 sacks. If you that even. So yeah, it's crazy. But if I wasn't doing carnivore and I was eating all that other stuff, I would spent way more. Yeah, we usually did. We usually spent at least 150 on up, and that's just for me and my husband. So even though, like I said, these steaks are expensive, I'm not eating anything with it. I didn't buy, rice-a-roni and a bunch of vegetables and garlic bread and all that stuff. I'm just going to eat that meat, and I might add some other meat to it. So it's really inexpensive when you think about it that way. I've got snacks here. I've got breakfast, lunch, dinner, coffee, something to drink for $112. I don't think that's too bad. So here you have it, guys. 112 basically, 112, $113 worth of food for the week for 2. This is everything. Even got cream for my coffee, some snacks, some steaks, a brisket, or not a brisket, a tri-tip, some hamburger, bacon, eggs, butter, pork rinds. Oh, I didn't include my case of water. I do have a case of water, and that was another, I think, $3.59. So, but yeah, that'll last us for the week.
I wake up in the morning with a smile on my face, feeling thankful for the love and the happiness we chase. Sun is shining brightly, sky so blue and clear.